Look closely at this image. You instantly recognize Lord Ganesha, a massive, powerful deity known to remove absolute obstacles. But notice the glaring discrepancy in scale between the heavy deity and the tiny vehicle sitting at the bottom. Every day, millions of devotees walk up to this tiny creature, offering its sweets and whispering their deepest wishes into its ears. It presents a bizarre logical mismatch. Why would a god possessing supreme universal power choose the weakest biological creature as his eternal vehicle? This rodent represents the suppressed form of a world-ending entity trapped under Ganesha's divine weight. To truly grasp the supreme wisdom of Ganesha, we have to uncover the violent, hidden history of the creature trapped right beneath him. We start in Swargaloka, the heavenly realm. Long ago, this entity was Kraunch, a celestial musician known as a gandharva. As you can see from these hands playing the veena, his divine musical capability was breathtaking. But his extraordinary talent triggered a dangerous psychological trap known as ahankara, the ego. The constant praise and sheer scale of his own ability bred a blinding internal arrogance. Blinded by this growing ego, Kraunch committed a fatal error. He insulted the great ascetic sage Vamadeva, directly violating the strict discipline and sacred space represented by this pure Vedic fire. Vamadeva's curse forced Kraunch's internal arrogance to manifest physically, turning his invisible ego into a visible, monstrous reality. In an instant, the beautiful celestial musician collapsed into a massive, demonic beast. His hidden arrogance exploded outward into a dark, chaotic mass. Driven by an insatiable hunger, the giant beast went on a violent rampage across Earth, devouring crops and systematically destroying dharma, or righteousness, wherever he roamed. Unchecked ahankara corrupts the individual internally first, but it inevitably breaks out, manifesting as an unstoppable force of worldly destruction. The rampage eventually led the beast straight towards this location, the imposing, unmovable snow-capped peak of Mount Kailash, a place of extreme peace and divine silence. Seeing the chaos approaching, Lord Shiva gave Ganesha a clear directive. The beast was swallowing Dharma itself and had to be tamed into an instrument of righteousness. The massive beast charged, bringing immense fire-breathing momentum. Ganesha waited, matching that violent energy with absolute, unmovable stillness. This diagram illustrates Ganesha's weapon, the Pash. A glowing circular loop systematically constricts around a jagged, chaotic shape, representing divine restraint. The noose tightens proportional to the beast's struggle. As he thrashes, the geometric restraint constricts further, turning his force against him. Exhausted, the massive beast finally collapsed at Ganesha's feet. Yet while his physical body was captured, his psychological ego remained completely intact. Instead of begging for mercy, the defeated monster looked up and offered Ganesha a boon, arrogantly claiming he could grant the god whatever he desired. Capturing a physical monster accomplishes very little. To actually conquer ahankara, you must systematically break the structural foundation of its pride. Ganesha met this arrogance with a brilliant tactical countermove. He called the beast's bluff and simply asked to ride him. The monster accepted without hesitation. He looked at the boy and assumed his massive physical size could easily bear the weight. It was a fatal miscalculation. When Ganesha finally mounts the creature, he instantly anchors the beast with the crushing weight of the entire universe. That immense pressure instantly shattered the beast's ego into millions of pieces. Weeping in true repentance, the monster finally submitted. Recognizing this pure surrender, Ganesha loosened the noose. With an act of divine grace, he transformed the cursed monster into his beloved eternal vehicle. Look closely at this ancient stone carving of Ganesha. When you observe the heavy, unmovable base anchoring the composition, you can see that mouse as a symbol of mastery. It is the contained representation of conquered ahankara. Raw talent without humility breeds monsters. The daily icon of Ganesha riding the mouse serves as a permanent reminder. Surrendering our ego to a higher truth turns our darkest flaws into our greatest strengths. If this story inspired you, type Om Ganeshaya Namaha in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe to Vedic Visions for more cinematic journeys into our sacred history.